Yo, what is good?
What's up?
What is up? Just waiting for people to come in here.
Okay.
And then when more people come in, I think there's supposed to be one more person.
Okay.
I didn't even realize you came in here. I'm not getting any, like, there's supposed to be a sound effect when someone comes in, but I didn't hear that.
Maybe it's bugged or something.
Yeah, something, maybe.
Remember.
I guess, well, I mean, well, we already got, what, two people in here? I guess we could start
Well, I
talking
know
about
nothing
it.
about it, so there's gonna have to be y'all two talking about it.
No, it's okay. I mean, I'll kind of just explain because it's a lot more than just like I've said before. It's a lot more than just like uh, outlaws and sheriffs and all that. Like it's a lot deeper than that.
Okay.
Hold on, let me pull this up. Let me. Are you able to see the stream right now? Can you see it now? If you're
I was
watching.
looking. Hold on a second. I don't see anything. I don't think.
Check the side chat of this VC. Should be in there.
Can you see it now? I see it now. Yeah. When I check the live stream, yeah.
Are you able to hear me?
I'm able to hear you. Yeah. Able to hear pretty much anything because the live stream's connected to Discord.
Well, I'll just say we get started. Are you able to see the tier list right now?
Hold on a second. So. The what this connection's very shoddy on my end because I'm moving to apartment, so it's gonna be a minute.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Hold on
Yeah,
then. Um,
it's all
I
good.
can I can stream on the VC though.
See Jesus riding for Mortal Kombat.
Oh, you do? Okay. Is it like very delayed? That's what I was like. My biggest fear is it's going to be delayed significantly.
Yeah,
Well, if you can see it, then I
uh,
guess we can get right into it. So, Deadlands is a weird western tabletop RPG, similar to like what you play like D&D or any other tabletop game, and it's basically it's in a alternate history. So in the first like what is Civil War is a big part of the story. So in real life, the Civil War actually went on significantly longer than it did in real life, and it extended into what's known as the Great Rail Wars. There was a Native American chief named Raven who did this kind of I guess you could say like a doomsday ritual, and that doomsday ritual brought about the Reckoners, and the Reckoners are basically the four horsemen. Think of the Reckoners as like the Chaos Gods, essentially. Like they're the big bads. They are the Sauron, the Devil, the whatever. Yeah, they're the big bad. and that brought about all sorts of uh, abominations like werewolves and vampires and even you know wendigos, all that stuff. But it also brought about a new material called ghost rock, and ghost rock is basically the and I'm sorry,
The
it's
ghost
kind of
room.
a long explanation, but ghost rock is basically a supernatural mineral that is comprises of the souls of the damned, and it powers the new science technology. So like jetpack, basically think of steampunk technology when you think new science, and that's basically kind of. I'm trying to get through this as fast as I can because I want to get right into this. But that's basically
Okay.
the gist of Deadlands. There's a lot more than that, but that's just a general kind of explanation. And so we can get
Okay.
right on. So the first up, our very first archetype, we have the Herod. And the Herod are characters who have died and been brought back to life by a malevolent spirit called a Manitou, which shares their body. They're undead anti-heroes, essentially, constantly battling for control against the Manitou, making yeah. They're undead. Uh, they have undead nature, so they don't have to eat food, they don't have to sleep, and they don't have to breathe. So you could, if you really think about it, you could, chill on like a, a place where like it's not even habitable. Um, but you do have the Manitou struggle where you're constantly battling for your body against a malevolent spirit, which is a downside. But also you have different powers as well. Like you have claws, I believe. You have the ability to make you have the ability to rapidly age things, and I think once you go on, yeah, wither, you can drain life force called Soul Eater. Like there's a lot of things you can do as a herald. It's a it's a pretty cool concept.
So
So
it's basically tiering it for would you pick them kind of thing, like ability wise.
yeah, like where do you think they belong on the tier list? Do you think they're passable? Like is this something that you would think of it as like something you would see yourself doing? Would you see yourself as a herald, and would you want to like live as a herald? And then like do you think it would be like okay as a herald, or do you be like, no, I don't want to be a herald? I should have put lackluster here. I should have put like undesirable. So hold on.
Like there we go.
Yeah,
Makes it a lot easier for me
undesirable.
without having to hear my voice talk all the time. But they won't. There's no option turned down right now. I'd say
Undesirable.
it's great, not elite though.
Great,
Personally,
not elite.
yeah,
How do you spell undesirable? Hold on.
undesirable.
I can't really
U
see the
N
screen.
D
Hold
E
on.
S I R A B L E.
Oh, there we go. UND.
I mean, if it's undesirable, then it's probably lackluster to that person's point of view, right?
Maybe. Yeah. So you'd say great, despite the constant struggle for your body against the
Well, yeah,
Manitou.
because as long as you build. One sec, I gotta clear up my thing. It's like if as long as you control it and know how to maintain it constantly, you should be fine.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
it's gonna be a struggle, but I mean, if you live if you can live in uninhabitable situations, I mean, no one's gonna be able to bother you while you fight your own demons.
Well, also you could like you could be. I mean, there's a lot of role playability with it too, because you could like despite this demon inhabiting your body, you could be some like you know undead lawman, or like I don't know, maybe an undead vigilante, if you will,
Well, then
something
yeah,
like that.
it goes to great because it's like yeah, you have something possess you, try to take over your body, but if you can fight back, that's an indicator alone that you can like do good. That you can do really good
Yeah,
things
there's
with the
a
powers.
yeah. So you'd say, what did you say? Solid then? Would you say pretty solid?
I'd say. I'd say either great or solid.
I'll
But
say I'll say great. Despite the Manitou struggle and you're struggling for your control of your body, you're still you can still do good.
well, yeah,
All
but
right.
you have a lot of different abilities and such, so it's like you know.
Yeah.
And then you
Would
could
that be
also do
kind of
another
like just kind of the devil on your shoulder,
Oh shit!
but
I
you
didn't even
just
know you were
could,
in here.
it just can't.
like Ghost Rider all over again.
Yeah.
What's up, G Drum? I didn't even know you were in here.
Ah. Yeah.
I'm not getting the sound notification
I.
when people come in here. I don't know why. All right,
Eh.
so
I just joined because I just wanted to say an anime fucked me up.
oh really?
Mm.
Alrighty, so up next
Uh,
we have the outlaw. Now I'm
Tagopi's original sin, I believe it's what it's called.
now obviously I mean this is one that's probably the most obvious, but there's a lot of things you can do because you can be think of it as like you can be anywhere from just like a common horse thief all the way up to like a train robber. Like you're doing full scale like train robbery heists and stuff like that. But there's also
Mm.
I actually when I was in the middle of doing research, there's actually a archetype criminal called the Maze Pirate, and basically when the Reckoners arrived in the physical realm, it caused a quake within California, and it turned California into this basically massive canyon, maze-like canyon, and most of it is submerged in water. And there's actually maze pirates. So you could, if you really want to, you could be like the Wild West Captain Jack Sparrow if you really want to.
I'm
What's
just not
your
feeling this one as much. To be honest with you.
well? You're not feeling the outlaw. You're not feeling the
Yeah,
outlaw.
I think I'm like passable. I don't think undesirable because there's stuff you can do that's pretty cool, but like maybe solid. But I don't know. I'm just not feeling on the
Maybe
outlaw one
solid.
because it's like what you think it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you are. You do have a fugitive life. You are pursued by lawmen, bounty hunters, and stuff like that. I mean,
And there's
yeah,
not
I
much to it.
can.
It's just you're an outlaw who robs people. I mean, it's like that's kind
Yeah.
of it, really. I mean,
Yeah.
there's more to it than that, but you know, that's kind of the basics of what an outlaw is.
What do you think, G Drum? Where would you put outlaw on the tier list? If you can see the tier list, that is. Yo, G Drum, you
I just
there?
take a picture because I'm tired of hearing the voices.
Oh, he's not even in here anymore. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, so solid then.
Uh, hmm.
I mean, I
I
get
think
where you're
soft.
coming from because you're a criminal on the run basically, and there's probably a wanted poster with your face on it somewhere, and you
Well,
got
it's also just not like you're untouchable, and you're kind of just an outlaw at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Not saying that you can't do crazy things. It's just
yeah,
it's like you're
yeah.
still on the run. You still have the risk of getting caught. Like stuff
All
like
right,
that.
so then solid then. All right.
Yeah, I say solid, probably. I'm still
Alrighty.
hanging on passable, but if solid works, solid works.
Okay. Yeah. Next up, we have the law dog. So the law dog, um, you can be anywhere from a deputy sheriff all the way up to like a federal agent, like a U.S. marshal or something. But also, you could be a Pinkerton, and Pinkertons have a unique role in this like setting because they're actually the ones that are trying to keep a tight grip on all the supernatural nonsense going on. So like, you could be like a Pinkerton that's like a vampire hunter or a werewolf hunter, or you could just be, you know, a territorial ranger and you just kind of just patrol whatever territory you're in, looking for bandits. Or you could be like a, town sheriff if you really want to. You
Mm.
do, and also too, you don't have to like you could be like a crooked cop as well if you really want to. Like you could be like the sheriff that takes bribes from criminals and like stuff like
This
that.
reminds me of Evil West.
Yeah, yeah, I see where you're coming from with Evil West. Definitely Evil West
Mm,
type. Yeah.
I think I know
So
where I could put this
where would
if
you
I
put
had,
this?
in my opinion,
Okay, where would
probably
you put it?
elite, if not the top of great,
How so?
because it almost because there's no downside to it besides because and as well you're given a lot of options rather than just you're stuck in this one situation.
Yeah, like you could be like, yeah, you could just be some sheriff that chills in the town, watching, making sure,
The
or you could be like hunting
Empire
people.
Hunter.
Yeah,
The only issue is that you're still a human at the end of the day, so you have human weaknesses.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
But
you do.
but I mean, if you're a vampire hunter to begin with, you have to have some like knowledge and be kind of crazy still at fighting and such.
Yeah, you'd probably have good gunplay, good physical strength. Yeah. So then,
High intelligence, outsmart vampires and
oh
such.
yeah, easy. Well, even high. Well, if you're,
So
I mean, high intelligence, like, uh, like base level, because you're looking for criminals, you're tracking criminals down.
exactly. So I think it's either if it's not elite, it's at least the top of great.
Okay, okay. We'll do elite, since
Because you're just given so much variety.
yeah,
Like, oh, you're in one position now.
given a lot of variety. Alrighty,
Also,
so
hi there, G Drum.
oh, he's back already.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, you kind of
Yeah,
left. I
I
didn't.
just
Yeah,
have no. Yeah, I
I'm over
left
here
because
like
I
asking
need
you
to charge my
questions and
phone.
shit. I'm not getting like, yeah, I'm over. I try to be like, yo, where do you think the outlaw is on the tier list, and you weren't even in here. You snuck out.
Oh my
It's
bad.
all right. It's all good.
No, no, I just need to charge my phone, and I couldn't do that unless I reset my phone.
No, you're
It was
good. You're
being
good.
stupid.
All right. So next up, we have the mad scientist. Now, mad scientists are inventors who create bizarre ghost rock powered devices, often inspired by Manitous. They claim as scientific muses. Their contraptions are powerful but
mm.
unreliable, and this is kind of the reason why that is because in this world the gizmos and the stuff that they're creating, it's an early technology, so there's a lot of like flaws, similar to how like when the battle tank was first created, there's a lot of flaws and stuff like that.
So
Um,
kind of like early Victorian era technology, very
yeah,
flawed.
like yeah, it's early, it's flawed, it's still a developing technology. You do, as a mad scientist, if you want to, you could, because they have all, like I actually looked it up and researched for this. They have like battle tanks that you can make. They have like motorcycles,
Damn.
like
Mm.
like rocket powered motorcycles. There's jetpacks.
Well, like you
There's
said, they got to be shoddy, right? They're not like
yeah,
perfect. They're
yeah,
like
they're not, yeah, they're not perfect.
okay.
Yeah, but also if you really want to,
Yeah.
you could work on, I don't know, you can make it as perfect as it can be with the resources you have, and you could, if you really want to, you could like supply like the military with like ray guns or something. I don't know if like, it all depends on like what you would want to do. You do have arcane background, so weird science is an arcane background. They have the metal mage. The metal mage are like I think they're like automatons. I'm pretty sure the metal mages are. And then yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff you could do as a mad scientist. Now, where would you say this is on the tier list? Would you say it's passable, solid, or great?
I guess it depends on what you have as like materials.
Yeah, that does play a role. Uh, it Yeah, it plays a role because you could, you could just be some guy that lives in some hick town out in Texas, and all you got is like
Yeah.
whatever you got in your basement or whatever. Or you could be like, you're in the army and you have access to all this resources. It really depends on like, what you want really. Or you could be like, I don't know, you could be like an outlaw. You could be like an outlaw mad scientist, and
True.
you could have like
Oh, sorry,
robot
I'm back. I
like
actually moved myself.
yeah, you could have like
You could be like
automatons.
Dr. Octavius,
Yeah, you could have
or
like
you could be like
For me,
Green Goblin.
yeah, you could have like automatons that like rob banks for you and then bring back the cash and shit. There's a lot of stuff you
it's a
could
mixed
do.
opinion because of the fact that, like, while yes, you are a mad scientist, you also have like you also have stuff like outlaws and such, and you still need to get resources and all that. Yeah, it's a bit situational on how that goes. So that along goes with how well your stuff turns out to be.
Yeah,
So then where would you
So like you'd have to work
place?
with outlaws and other groups that you may not like to help you get this stuff going.
Yeah, help you get your resources. Yeah.
Yeah, and it may not just be something you're doing. So then as well, outlaws may be more aggressive towards you, may not like you, kind of thing.
But I think
I think
if you're in the
it's
if you're
definitely
in
prep
like
time,
prep time, yeah, very prep timey, yeah.
like very situational type of stuff.
you need to be Batman level good at this.
I would have to
Getting
say solid or passable, but I'm more on the solid point, but lower than outlaw.
okay.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
bottom of solid. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's just because like outlaws, at least with them, you're given options, right? Like regardless of the
Yeah,
situation. With scientists, you have to be very like situational and how it goes, and depending on what you get, depends on how your things turn
yeah.
out.
You could be, you could become Spider-Man, where you're poor as hell, or
Yeah,
Green Goblin, where you're rich as shit and you can do whatever the hell you want because you got
exactly.
the
So it's just
resources to do.
so for me, yeah, it's gonna go to like low solid because it's just it requires a situation. I feel like that's a good tier in the middle of it because it just fits with it. Very situational, but when it goes off, it goes off.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyone got any opinions on that?
No, I agree. You could be
I
Batman, or you'd be Spider-Man, either poor as shit or rich as shit.
Yeah, you could be like Captain Planet, or you could just be the homeless guy next to your fridge that's slightly smarter than the average person.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, stream. I'm completely lost, but I'm just trying to keep up with it. I'm trying to keep up
I
with
hear
all the
you.
lore.
I think it's like who you would be.
that is true.
Who
Are
would
you
you
going to try
be?
to be a
Yeah.
hero or villain?
Okay. Okay. So then, do we all agree on solid? Then.
Yeah, I was a
Yeah,
bit mixed because I'm like this is kind of passable, but I was like no, because if you get the right circumstances, you can become really strong.
yeah.
Okay.
You could become real broken if you get the good shit.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that's just
All right.
You
Well.
could either be broke or be broken.
and it takes setup and everything as well. So it's not just like
Yeah.
you get it, it's done kind of thing. It takes time to do. So
All right. Well, next up we have the Chi Master. Now, Chi Masters are
Raiden
martial
from
artists.
more.
Well, yeah, that's. I thought why not? I thought why not?
Yeah.
Just put in Raiden. You know.
Well, that's what threw me off because I saw Jesus Christ on there as well, the cross. So I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
Jesus is right here.
So the Chi Masters are martial artists, often from Asian communities. I don't know why that's there, but whatever. Because that's not like you don't have to be from an Asian community, but that's like the default
You could be
thing.
Iron Fist.
Yeah, who channel mystical energy chi to enhance their physical abilities. They blend monk-like discipline with supernatural prowess. This one is is interesting because in the source book you have like Eagle Claw and Wing Chun and stuff like that. But if you want to, you could, at least if I was DM or GM, you could be like, oh, I want to be like Raiden from Mortal Kombat. I want to cast lightning from my fingers, or I want to be like Scorpion or Ryu from Street Fighter. Like, it's not necessarily kung fu. Like, you could go down any avenue. You could be like,
Falcon
It's like Crouching
Punch.
Tiger, Hidden Dragon levels of crazy kind of thing.
yeah, 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 yeah. So if you want to, depending on like you could be your favorite martial artist. You could be like Raiden or like Ryu or whatever. You have
That's
Mhm.
cool.
it's arcane background, chi mastery. You can I think it's focused on buffing yourself, so you buff your attacking power, your kicking, whatever, your speed, and also your obviously you're very your skills are fighting, martial arts, all that. But you could, if you want to, as like a hobby, you could be like, oh yeah, like I am a gunslinger, or not like a gunslinger, but I shoot guns in my pastime when I'm not training my martial arts. So,
Mhm.
where would you where would you guys say this belongs, the Chi Master?
I'd probably put it
What?
above. Sorry, what?
No, go ahead. I was just burping.
Um, I'd probably put it above great, like the top grade,
Top of great?
because there doesn't seem to be because there's not really limitations to it. I mean, you're good at it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
there's
You just
almost
have,
not.
you can literally just pick what martial artist you want to be in that.
Yeah, you could
Want
Yeah,
me
be
to
there's like
train
no
Chi?
limitations to
Boom.
it. Like you're given next to nothing in terms of like limitations, like the scientist.
You can literally be Iron Fist.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
like
you can use guns and stuff, so it's not like you're limited just to fists.
yeah, well that would be
Yeah.
like a
You,
side thing. Like that's something you'd have to learn. Unless
Yeah, but still, you can use a gun. I mean, it's
yeah,
not
you
like
can
you're
use a
like, oh
gun,
my god.
yeah.
So I mean,
but
it's like that's
also
just an
like
addition.
if you're playing like your own campaign, let's say you could homebrew, like I don't know, lightning style or whatever, you know, the Satsui no
It's
Hado
all
from
fun and games
yeah, the Satsui no
until
Hado
it's
from
all
Street
fun and games
Fighter.
until Raiden pulls out the Glock.
Yes,
I may be
yes,
immortal, but I'm
yes.
not about
So we say what, top of great then?
top of grade.
Yeah,
It's borderline elite, I'd say.
Borderline elite,
yeah.
top
I
of
mean,
great.
there's not really any downsides with this, is there? You can literally
Not
make
really.
whoever you want.
Well, the only
It's
downside
not
is
like where the
you're
scientists. Oh, go ahead.
the only
I'll just.
downside is you're what I don't think you're able to buff your allies, at least not what I've read. So like
Hmm.
everything is focused around you. You like you are
So you are
enhancing.
a. I'm going to give everything to me and do as much
Yeah,
damage as I
yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
It's just like
compared to like
borderline
the
elite. I mean,
scientists, if you where it's really just situational, this just seems like a nothing but
not much
good.
of a drawback to it.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
It's like yeah, you don't help your teammates, but I mean like I don't know if that really matters considering just something that you have so much non-limitations to what you can do.
yeah. Just tell them skill issue.
Yeah,
Get good.
Skill issue.
I
Yeah,
mean yeah, you're on your own kind of thing, but like does that really matter when you can self heal yourself or something like that? Like with
That
chi,
is true.
like there's not much
so
to now.
next up
I don't
we
think the reason
have
it's like top of it is because of that drawback.
yeah, yeah. Next up we
So that's
have
really
next up we have the soldier. Now I think everybody in this call knows what a soldier is, but the source book, in the source book, you actually get to pick your rank as so you could be a private or you could be like a fucking general with like an army.
I don't
Like that's in the
I don't
book.
know why I
Hey,
don't
You
pick.
could be a general. That's in the source book, the original source book.
hey, that sounds busted.
That's pretty
It's
broken.
actually really crazy because I saw it when I was
You
studying. I saw it for the first time. I'm like, wait, you could be a general? Fuck, dude. Yeah, you could
Mm.
be a
you
general.
could literally make a party. You could be a general, have a bunch of resources, get one of your friends to be a scientist, and boom, you make fucking Iron
Yeah.
Man
I
Yeah,
feel like this is
or
like probably.
Batman.
I think this is gonna be like elite, like top of elite,
elite.
like above sheriff. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, there's not much stopping you at that point.
above sheriff. I mean, yeah, it is. there is a lot of stuff you can do with it. You can be a general. You do get
Yeah.
one army as a general. So like, let's say you have like a dude in your party that's a soldier. He's like General Adams or something. Broken make
Okay.
Broken make a telegraph and pull up with like freaking 100 dudes and be like, yeah, like
Yeah.
That
100 soldiers.
sounds busted.
Yeah, literally.
There's not much. Yeah, I think
Literally.
it's top of elite.
It's top of elite. All right.
Wait. How,
Yeah.
can there only be one general in the party? Like what's the restrictions on this, if there is any?
It depends on what your GM allows, honestly. So
True.
Mm,
so like
I would just
I mean,
imagine
one.
like all the players except one go become a general, and the other player is a
it's
scientist,
like
the
the
mad
president.
one, and they just give him a bunch. Yeah, they just give him all the resources and just make, I don't know, techno futurism.
I'll say one
You
alone
can
is just enough to justify it.
Yeah,
I mean, the 100 men is still 100 men, and even then, the general had to
yeah,
be like what well experienced in his well of combat. So I mean, like,
yeah,
yeah,
like during this time he would have had to have actually like fought in combat and all that. So he's,
it's not like he's
skilled.
stupid or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
well of
I mean,
course not.
So yeah, it's got to be the
Top of
top.
elite,
Like,
top of
what's the
elite.
downside?
I can't think of
I don't think there is one.
I can't think of
Is,
one.
is this better than monk? Is this better than a monk, or like the the combat monks,
The
or
chi
The
master.
chi
close?
masters. Yeah, this is top of elite.
Yeah,
I'm saying top of elite.
yeah.
Top of
Oh,
elite,
definitely.
man. Because there's just so
Because
much
like
you
one
can
chi
do with
master is
it.
not going to kill
You
all those guys.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to fight off 100 armed men. Yeah. All right.
no,
101 if you're killing the general.
All right. So
yeah.
next up we have the blessed or the blessed. Now, blessed are holy figures, nuns, priests, or lay people chosen by divine forces to wield miracles against supernatural evil. Their moral
All
backbone.
right.
Their moral backbone of a posse fighting darkness with faith. So your arcane
Like a
background
mage,
is
basically.
miracles. Yeah, like a
All
cleric.
right.
Like this is their version of a cleric. Your
Mm.
arcane background miracles. You can cast powers like healing, protection, or smite without power wall. Okay, well we're not talking about power points, but you can cast healing, protection, or smite. So you can smite those fucking demons, or you
Damn.
can,
You
you can
got
do all that. Experienced blessed
you
can
got a direct phone line to God.
Yeah, experienced blessed can perform rare, powerful miracles, e.g., making a party fly, stopping combat once per adventure arc. So you can be
Damn.
like, yeah, like you could, if you're high enough level, you could be like, Lord, please make them stop attacking us. Boom, it's done. Or you can make your people fly
Yeah.
to, yeah, man. I mean, moral
I'd
code.
say, oh god,
Yeah, moral code. They adhere to their faiths, tenets. So basically, like you live by the Bible word for word, essentially, as a blessed. That's kind of like I guess you could say that's a
Makes
downside
sense.
if you really want to, but
It depends on how you
mm.
look at it.
yeah, it depends on how you look at it.
Are
Yeah,
they can they fight back, or is it just
yeah,
they're
they
not
can
allowed to
fight
fight
back.
back?
Yeah, they can fight back. Oh yeah, easy. Yeah,
Hmm.
they can fight back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, then probably elite, if not the top
Yeah,
of
they
great.
can, and if they sin, then they
Yeah.
risk. If they commit a sin, then they risk loss of power. This makes them
Yeah, because
disciplined.
realistically, what is a chi master gonna do against a dude who asked God to smite him?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing exactly. It's got to be like bottom, either above sheriff or or bottom of or top of great. I don't know what I'm
Top
saying.
of great.
If
Yeah.
top
I'd
of great,
say
if not top of great, at least in between the general and the sheriff.
okay. Well, then
Yes.
we can say, can we agree the middle of great then, or middle of elite? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
definitely
doing that.
manipulating. There's literally, it's like, it's not like chi where it's like, oh, you hone your abilities and all that. No, this is like god magic.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Alrighty, next
a
up.
literal, a literal direct call to God
Yeah,
to save your
Yeah,
ass.
like, oh
yeah,
god.
yeah. Alright, so next up we have the Hucksters. Now, Hucksters are magical gamblers who use Hoyle's Book of Games to cast hexes, battling Manitous in a psychic poker game. They're secretive as their magic is often mistaken for witchcraft. You
Mm,
have Hucksters use arcane background magic and hex slinging to cast spells, e.g., bolts or illusions. By drawing poker cards, better hands yield stronger effects, but black a black joker causes backlash. So if you pull a black joker and you try to like cast lightning on someone, that lightning could come back to you. Deal they can gamble with a Manitou for extra power points or to cast unknown powers, risking severe consequences. This is a free action but increases backlash odds. So
mm,
there's a lot of risk in casting this magic, but um, I believe I believe you can if I'm not mistaken, you could also do like the illusion, the bolts. I think you could also do like if I'm not mistaken, you can do something like similar to like an Uno reverse card. I think I'd have to check that. But I think I remember something about that.
It
this
sounds
one's
like
not
just
really
a
looking to
weaker
be all that
version of
well.
the priest.
Yeah,
I have two options I'm thinking of.
yeah.
I'm
Their
thinking
spells
of
are flashy, often materializing as spectral cards or dice. Yeah.
mm,
So I mean,
man, I'm not feeling this one. I'm not gonna lie.
you're not feeling it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's either top of solid or like on top of passable.
Yeah. Also their hindrances can be like they can be over. They
Well,
can.
because it's like if you're doing it too much with those cards, you could backfire on yourself. So it's like you have to like hold back a bit on what you're doing, and even then the hands aren't
I
guaranteed.
mean, might
It's
as well
just
just go
random.
to be a priest.
They do have edges that boosts their like gambling and gives them better hexes as well.
Yeah, but
So they
still, at
have
the end of the day,
like
it's just gambling.
they have edges card sharp, which boosts their gambling skill, which directly affects their ability to cast hexes, and then they have old hand, which gives them better hexes. So I mean, a huckster can be strong, but there's just
I
a
mean,
lot of
Hex
risk
can
in
be
being.
strong, but it's dependent on the hand, like what
Yeah.
he's given him.
Yeah, it's very like luck based. It's like a luck based caster.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this one. I'm just gonna be honest with you because the RNG really just throws me off.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
mean,
same here.
some of their hindrances, they can be overconfident. They can be greedy. Hindrances are a real thing in the game, and then secrets, so they hide their magic a lot of the time. So if your hindrance is
I,
you're
man,
overconfident, you can be like a cocky bastard, or you could be greedy and you know, you might like I don't know, you might like try to deal cards to like get something. So where are we
like the
saying?
issue. I'm
Go ahead.
thinking like the top of passable because I have just so many drawbacks on it. Like yeah,
Top of
there's really
passable.
strong stuff you could do, but like chi masters and freaking like got summoning god
Priest.
levels of magic kind of thing. It's like
No,
there's
just
way
be a
too much
general. You get
backlash on it.
100 men.
The thing about the blessed is that's only once per like adventure arc. Like you can only do that
Yeah,
once
but like
during the adventure.
yeah, but like that's a huge move. With them, it's like
Yeah.
you're banking on a good hand. Not only that, you can't use it too much, and if you're a cocky guy, it could backfire you on you as well.
So top of passable, maybe bottom of solid.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds fair.
either one. I'm just not feeling this one because it's just too many drawbacks for something that just others can just do but better.
Okay,
That is true.
I'll do bottomless
Not
solid.
saying
How
there
does
isn't
it
anything
sound?
that's it's just that like
How does bottomless solid
it's
sound?
just yeah.
That sounds fair. That sounds good.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of drawbacks, but they
I
can do
mean,
powerful things. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I
yeah,
put them in. That's why I put them in solid because at least like
they're not complete trash.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, like
yeah,
if you get dealt a
that they
good
can do
hand,
some
you're
crazy
gonna.
stuff. It's just
If you get dealt a good hand, you're gonna be a freaking demon in combat. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, next up
business. And
we.
again, it's like yeah, you can keep stuff to keep it consistent, but it's like once again, it's still the gambling part.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Next. So next up we have the Hex Slinger. Okay. So Hex Slingers
It's
are an
like,
advanced huckster variant. Require. Well, I don't care about rank. Who channel hexes through enchanted pistols, blending gunplay with magic. They're deadly sharpshooters with a mystical edge. So, Hexslingers use arcane background magic to cast spells, boosting defenses and enhancing shots. Their guns requiring shooting and hexslinging skills. Their spells are tied to huckster mechanics. So, huckster mechanics, but their focus on firearms makes them more combat oriented. They're what is it? Yeah, and then also, hexslingers are often gamblers or outlaws who've mastered both bullets and hexes, giving them a flashy, dangerous reputation. So basically, it's a huckster, but through with gunplay,
With
essentially.
guns.
Yeah, with guns.
this might honestly this might beat the Chi Master.
Yeah. I mean, what's the downsides?
Hello? Oh,
Uh, some other downsides would be like hindrances. They could be reckless, or they could be wanted if they're former outlaws. So
Hmm.
you could
Alright.
be like a reckless gunslinger and stuff like that. But also, it does follow the traditional huckster mechanics. So there is a backlash mechanic as well, but it's just on
Hmm.
firearms.
Hmm. I'm thinking it's either
I
it's
are.
like probably possibly barely passing Chi Master.
Barely passing Chi
Yeah.
Master.
I mean, it's already better than
Well,
the.
because it's a gun at the end of
It's
the day.
already.
Like
It's a
it's
gun
gun, but
instead of
with
a
magic.
sniper. Yeah, it's like a yeah.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
I mean, don't get me wrong, Chi Masters are strong, but like magic with guns is vastly more powerful than a person who can just use magic from their hands.
oh, we've been streaming for 47 minutes. Nice. Nobody in the thing though. Haven't gotten any comments. That's all good. All right, so then we'll say just barely passing Chi Master, so top of grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, guns beat kung fu, so I mean,
I mean, yeah,
that's really
they
That's
do.
true.
They do. Alrighty, so next up we have the shaman. Now, shamans, often Native American, are spiritual leaders who channel nature spirits to cast miracles, serving their tribes as healers, warriors, or advisors. They're deeply tied to the land and its spirits. So some of their arcane background is miracles, similar to the blessed. They use miracles. They can heal.
mm,
They can heal. They can heal. They can buff their allies, and they can do elemental effects. So
Okay.
via the ritual skill, requiring sacrifices or rituals to appease spirits. Appeasement. You have appeasement points. They earn points through rituals, e.g., fasting, dancing. Um, to power spells. Favored spirits, e.g., bear for healing, double the effect of certain powers. So you could buff yourself, your allies, you could heal, and you could do like the druid spells from Warcraft where you like roots will come and they'll tie around the enemy's ankle and prevent them from moving and stuff like that. Or you could maybe do something like a strong gust of wind that knocks back your enemy if you really stuff like that. There's a lot of
It's
stuff
gonna
like
be
that.
Alright.
tricky.
You do have old ways oath. Some shamans forsake modern technology for traditional ways. So basically, you completely do away with modern technology. That includes the new science technology, gaining spirit favor but limiting gear. So basically, if you take the old if you take the old ways oath, the only thing you're gonna have is maybe a tomahawk. Actually, you can have a bow and arrow. I forgot about the bow and arrow. So you can have a bow and arrow, which if that's something you want to do, if that's a risk you want to take, where you have a bow and arrow, or you have a
Yeah.
tomahawk, stuff like that.
I mean, that's not
Hmm.
awful for sneak attacks, but against
I mean,
Well,
a
yeah, I mean,
gun, that's
significantly
not
worse
going to
for
really
the
do
gun,
much.
well, yeah, well, I mean,
especially again with the bayonet on it. Hmm.
well,
Yes, that is true.
Hmm. This one's tricky. That's for sure.
It's not too awful, but the downsides are, well, pretty down.
Yeah, it definitely hurts it a bit.
Yeah.
Hmm. I will say this. I think it can beat Outlaw. Maybe even
beats outlaw.
the maybe even the bottom of Great, but I'm not sure, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
Because like if it didn't have these downsides, it'd probably be top of Great. But like,
definitely.
I mean, you could be like you could be like a guy that does like guerrilla tactics.
yeah, that's
True.
true.
But is it really going to work against 100 guys with 100 rifles and bayonets?
Versus a bunch of animals.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it feels like a somewhat like more magical general.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hmm.
you could be a really good like stealth attacker. Like you could do like ambushes. I
That is
mean,
true. I mean, you are
That
given
is
great
true.
utility. That is true.
yeah,
That
you
is
have
true.
agility. I mean, a bow is not going to be as loud as a gun, you know. So,
Well, that too, but also it's not going to kill like a gun.
well, it depends on where you hit
That is
them.
true.
I mean, if you hit them in like the
Well, yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like a bow significantly does less damage than a gun does.
That is true. And the fire speed. Don't forget the firing speed.
But it's objectively more quieter than a gun.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then, where are we saying
I
then?
mean, it's like a far in the wind. It's not that loud, but it's not as dangerous as the tornado.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, where are we
Hmm.
saying on the tier then?
This is so
I
hard, dude.
want to put it above the outlaw, which is it's difficult.
I do want to put it above the outlaw. It's just because you're given options, which is nice.
It's true. I do
But
have a
it's like,
question. If you do use even a little bit of technology, will you lose your powers like with the saint?
Yes, you could. Like
Ah, damn.
that's defeating.
Yeah.
you might like fall out of favor with the spirits and stuff like that.
Man, that might be below the freaking mad scientist. Then, if that's the case,
But even it's above the mad
maybe about
scientist when it
above.
comes to like stealth, because the mad scientist is really situational.
That's true.
But this is also very situational. I mean, this is it.
There's a lot of stuff that holds you down. That's for sure.
That is true.
So then,
I can't.
Definitely think over
I
mad
can't.
scientist.
in
Yeah.
between the outlaw and the mad scientist.
Yeah, I'm feeling that more than
Yeah.
likely. 'Cause at least with
Alrighty.
outlaw, you're given like a lot of options on what to do,
That is true.
and you have connections and everything. So it's not like. Plus, everyone knows you're kind of scummy when you do outlaw stuff. So it's not like you have this like, oh, you messed up now, you lost your leadership, something like that.
Alrighty. Well, next up
Just
on the list, we have the voodooist.
voodooist. Oh
Voodoo
boy.
Voodooists are Afro-Caribbean practitioners who channel spirits, Loa, through arcane background voodoo. So using
Using
grist bags or
rituals
rituals
to
to
cast.
cast miracles. Their magic is Hollywood inspired, of course, because it is. Not strictly historical. Of course, it's Hollywood inspired, bro.
Isn't
Yeah.
like historical, like they can just do it on a whim.
Well, with their gris bags, yeah. I mean,
Like it's
they
like you
have
get a bag,
they
magic
have
powder, and they just throw it at you. Now you're a toad.
they
All
have
right.
Loa summoning.
Mm.
Voodoo is prepare charms to cast powers, including unique abilities like summoning Loa to possess them, granting potent effects, e.g., enhanced strength. So you are actually allowing the spirits to enter your body
Mm.
and essentially take control. And then their power limitations. So unlike blessed, voodooists prepare powers in advance, limiting flexibility but offering unique abilities.
I'm
They're
pretty
less
unique.
bound by a mouse. They're less bound by moral codes. So they can do
Hmm.
All
they can
right.
be dirty as shit.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Mm.
how does the downsides work? Like how bad are the downsides?
Yeah.
Well, you're allowing spirits to possess your body,
Yeah.
and
That's a
that could
pretty
go
huge
wrong.
downside.
Yeah, that could go
Yeah.
wrong, like
I mean,
severely wrong.
Like if it was like, oh, you could like you're still in control, but they like enhance you kind of thing. That'd be different.
kind
This
of
is
like
them
what you were
controlling
talking
you.
about earlier with the Ghost Rider version, dude.
Huh? What?
Yeah, but
What?
he's talking about the guy with the
Ghost
horse with the
Rider?
gun.
Yeah.
The
Sorry.
Herald? I don't think he was here for that one.
Yeah.
It's basically with that
They're
one. It's like you're
basically
fighting for control, but at least you can fight back and take back your control.
Oh, but this one you can't fight back. Ooh.
No,
G Drum, were you here when we talked
Oh.
about the Herald?
I was, but I had to. Well, I
you
was,
have
but
to
I
have some
wasn't for
pretty
long.
solid ground with the spirits in order for me to start pulling something like that.
Yeah. At least if you can, at least with the Herald you can fight back. But this you can't.
I'm thinking this is actually the first passable.
You can, but like, imagine if you do it like you'd let them in you, right? And you get some I don't know,
Ah.
fucking you get like fucking Satan possessing you. Imagine that shit. You're
No,
not
just
gonna
how
be able to
you.
fight against that.
No, just how you said it.
Because with
You
the
let them
Herald,
inside you. That sounds so funny.
with the
He's
Herald,
inside you deeply.
wait, what was that?
No, is that he's just inside you, just messing around, and you're just doing horrendous stuff, not doing what you need to get
Yeah.
done.
Well, even with the Herald, you could have an episode where you like end up losing control,
So then, yeah, it's probably
and it's the
just
same
passable. I'm gonna be afraid.
passable.
First to say,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
it's not.
At least with a Herald, you have to die, and so it's like,
Yeah,
That is true.
but with a voodooist, you're actually letting them in.
and then you
Heralds
could have
don't do that.
episodes and all that, like crash outs and everything out of nowhere. So yeah, no, that's passable.
Yeah.
Passable. Okay.
Yeah, even then, you're not guaranteeing that the spirit will do the thing you want it to do.
Okay.
It's kind
That
of more
is
like a
true.
please. It's like more like a crushing your fingers and be like, please do what I told you to.
Yeah.
That is true.
And even then, I don't even think like you're getting specific spirits. It's just a random spirit that you're getting.
Alrighty. So next up, we have the witch.
Oh, hey, Britt.
Hey,
Witches are a rare archetype. Yo, who just joined?
Okay.
me, Belmont.
What's good? Did you just come in?
How much?
Come in?
Yeah, just dropped in.
Oh, okay. Well, we're on like the very last archetype.
Yeah, it's all right.
Which is
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, stuff.
Yeah, the witch.
Which one you guys on?
mm, the witch.
Ah, when I can't really speak on historically. But anyway, I'll mute and you guys can continue now.
This is very rare, and it's got to be good. Hopefully.
All right.
So, what about the witch?
He said they were a very rare archetype.
Yes,
Yeah.
witches are a rare archetype, often using encrypted spellbooks disguised as cookbooks to cast hexes similar to hucksters. They're secretive and often mistaken for evil sorcerers. Witches use arcane background magic with mechanics similar to hucksters, so they have a backlash. Spellbooks add a unique flavor. There is a social stigma, so
Alright.
witches are often hunted as abominations requiring secrecy or arcane resistance to survive. So basically, as a witch, people think like, oh, you commune with the devil, you work with the devil, or you work for the devil, and stuff like that. So,
No, that's not the case. Yeah,
yeah, when it
Yeah.
really isn't the case. The witch
that's
eggs may provide distinct powers through but though
that's
details
weird. By
vary.
the way, they assume that witches are related to the devil when you have like people like that one,
Well,
the guy
well,
with
even
on the
like the
horse that just is dead,
well, even like the huckster. Well, I
or like
mean,
voodoo.
well, even like all the arcane backgrounds are very kind of like secretive about it. Like the hucksters, they're secretive about it. The Herald, I would imagine the Herald is probably not very welcomed within society because they're like rotting meat bags that are just walking around and stuff like that.
That's true.
Hmm.
So with a
Witches sound
witch,
very
They,
strong.
they probably sound like they look like liches.
Hmm. It's difficult, that's for sure.
What's the downside of being a witch besides, well, getting
Being
liched?
hunted. Yeah,
being hunted.
Well,
being
yeah,
hunted. Well, at least you can hide. Like if you have arcane magic, you can hide, and it's like you said, it's a cookbook. So I mean,
Yeah, and there's all sorts of different
yeah,
spells and stuff. Yeah.
it's not like you're limited to like just hiding like others. You know, you could stand out in the open and just carry a book around like in your backpack or something like that.
Yeah,
or disguise it like you're reading a history book or something.
Or you could like change. You maybe could like change it to where it looks like a newspaper.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm not seeing very many downsides besides just the getting hunted part. But even then, that's everyone.
yeah.
Well, that's everyone with that. Like, well, that's not everyone.
Well, you know, what I mean, a
It's a
lot of
lot
people
of
who use
people.
magic.
I can't imagine there's many people hunting down a chi master. Like, you know.
Oh yeah, but
But
I don't
true.
know. This one just
But
seems really
there's the
freaking broken.
outlaw. Yeah, I mean, look at the outlaw. He's probably very hated and
Yeah.
is probably hunted. So
Well,
yeah,
yeah, but it's more of. I mean, yeah.
What kind of powers can the witch do? Like,
yeah.
I mean,
like
I would assume any. I would assume because they have like a spell book, they could probably do all sorts of things. So they have the
is
typical
it just limited to the book
projectile.
specifically, or?
I would assume so. Yeah. They could probably
Hmm.
do like they could probably do the projectile like fireball or whatever,
Fireball.
or they could do
I don't care how small the room is. I cast fireball.
or they could do something where they can like magically
Hmm.
bind people. They could like magically bind people to like their will.
So I
I'm
have a
assuming they
question
could.
again.
Go ahead.
I have two actually. Does one does all the witches books the same, or is it like you can add multiple spells onto it?
I would assume that you could. I think you'd have a book, but I think you could probably come up with your own spells as well.
Ooh, okay, that
Alright.
helps a lot actually. And
Yeah,
also, when
that's
you cast magic, does it have to be like while you're looking at the book, or is it just off of memory?
It'd probably be off of memory. I don't know
And
how
probably
far
the
you'd
top,
have to.
okay.
probably in like elite somewhere.
Well, like maybe like.
Probably.
Okay, so then would you say they're better than the law dog?
Yeah, honestly, because
Yeah.
a lot of like just Because a lot of that
Would
has
you
great stuff going for it, but like witches, they can just practically do whatever as long as it's on the spellbook.
Yeah, that
would
and
you say they're better than the blessed or the blessed?
Ooh, that's a tough one though.
that is tough because the
Because there's
blessed,
literally nothing.
you
Because it's
literally get
holy
a
magic.
phone
It's
call
like the
to God.
strongest form of magic.
Yeah, you get a literal phone call to God to
The
smite
only issue with
people.
it is that you're limited in some areas, but those areas are so little because it's such a blowout with their abilities.
Yeah,
So then, would you say
Hmm,
that?
that
we're
So
still
then,
thinking
that and
on
they're
it.
also not hunted like the witches. But then again, if you can add to your spell book, you can make yourself invisible if you can add.
Well, wouldn't technically holy magic kind of work in their book as well?
yeah, well, they have like protection, and they're more
Hmm.
focused on protection and smiting, like
This
smiting
might
evil.
actually be like the best of the best.
Well, the witch.
Yeah,
Like it might even beat general actually,
that is true.
Hmm.
because you could like use your spells and just make it to where like I don't know, you can mind control the general and he just like tells them to kill themselves.
Or
I
just mind
mean,
control the general and his army to have your own army.
I would
Yeah,
say they're probably below the blessed because the blessed is essentially a direct counter because they have protection spells. They could
I mean that is true. But I was saying the
probably
witches can do that too, right, with their book.
I know, but I'm talking about like their magic is catered towards protecting against attacks. Like that's their whole
That's
thing is protection and buffing their allies and healing their allies and smiting evil.
So I might
the
be below the them, yeah.
I don't see a witch
yeah
beating I don't see a witch beating a blessed. I really
yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I think a witch is just slightly below a blessed.
Yeah. It's not by much though. It's
Oh
So then
yeah,
we'll say in
like the
between
Dante and Virgil situation where like
is
one's
this
obviously stronger than the other, but it's not by a lot.
is this
yeah.
is this a good spot like in between blessed and the law dog?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put the
not yeah.
general
I mean,
put the general at the bottom of
Um,
the heat.
the Blessed it's like the generals are strong. I mean, I put generals above sheriff.
definitely.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
general gets a
right.
can
Or
literally have 100 men
yeah.
and has infinite resources.
Well,
If
also
that with the mad scientist teams up, they're unstoppable unless against
also
magic.
also with a law dog, like you have, especially if you're like a Pinkerton, you have a direct phone line, and you can have things like covered up. You can have, like let's say you get in a
I mean, you technically also have a town to your entirety of yourself, but like they're not as experienced as soldiers.
well, not
Yeah,
only that, but like
but then
as like a Pinkerton, you could call in the cavalry and call in all the other Pinkertons as well. You know.
how much
Yeah.
does like the Pinkerton like soldier wise? Because the general gets 100 men. How much does the Pinkerton get?
Uh, I can't. I mean, they probably get like it depends because they could
I think
they
it
could
depends on the
probably
situation.
yeah it depends on the
True.
situation. Like if the situation calls for 100 Pinkertons to come to this one area, then they might send it. They're probably gonna do that. You know.
Yeah.
That is
Mm.
true.
This
But will
is
they be
difficult,
as
man.
well armed as the army
What was
and
that? Say
as
it
well
again.
trained?
Say it again.
I was saying, would they be as well armed as the army if you went with the general or the soldier?
Well, yeah, because you're a general in the army. Of course, you'd have all the resources the army has.
No, no, no. I'm
Because
saying as like a Pinkerton. Like
Wouldn't
if
you
you
also
call
be
in other
technically working for the
Pinkertons.
government?
well, as a Pinkerton, yeah, you're working for the government, so you would have all the resources that the government would have.
I
Not only that, but you're
mean, I guess.
also I'd actually argue that like well, it depends. I would argue that a Pinkertons would probably be better, more equipped because they're actually the ones fighting against all the supernatural threats, like all the vampires and the werewolves and the zombies and stuff like that. Whereas the army's just fighting against, the
Yeah,
other
well, because
people,
we're
like
Humans.
the
kind
Confederates.
of weird comparing it to like who would win in a fight kind of thing, more than like utility and all that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously, I think the army has more numbers. I'd say the army has more
I think
numbers.
it tends to have like a lot more experience in terms of combat.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. I'd just say that they just I
I mean, they
they're
deal with
more
vampires. Fine.
they're more specialized towards dealing with non-human threats. So it's not that they're not as good at. I mean, it's not that they're not as good at fighting. They're specialized towards one thing, and that's fighting against the
True.
supernatural.
Yeah,
Someone could make a really busted party with just a general, Pinkerton, Blessed, and the mad scientist.
I just realized
yeah.
there's not been a single undesirable during this whole tier list.
Well, because
I
none
mean,
of them
not
are
a
like are like no, I wouldn't
trash.
want to touch that. Voodoo is like the borderline one because it's like there's just so many drawbacks to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, none of them are complete trash. It's just some are better than others.
Because like mad scientist, you could argue is undesirable because you need a lot of setup and stuff to go right.
Yeah,
But like if you get it going, you're going. You know.
yeah. You could be like Dexter Laboratory and have a giant mech.
I don't know. Like if I had to pick one, I wouldn't like. I guess it would have to be probably. I guess the mad scientist if I'm on my own. But like you're not going to be on your own more times than not.
Yeah, that is true. You definitely will want Blessed a part of the party.
Yeah, because well, imagine your machine's about to get destroyed, and he's like, "All right, we're done fighting."
Time to tell God to smite thee.
Yeah, or you could like, I don't know, holy bless it, to where it's like vampires and stuff can't
Smite
Yeah,
destroy it.
smite thee with the hand of God. Yeah.
Yeah, or like you could
You
power
could
it
just
up with
pull that
holy
lever.
magic and all that.
Oh yeah.
it,
Yeah.
Like you could make an electric sword and bless it with the word of God, and you're just killing things left and right.
Yeah.
that could be kind of sick as like a story, like an actual story in this world, like a Pinkerton and a Blessed. That sounds like that
And
could be pretty sick.
I would love to also. I think a cool combination would be the cursed or the witches, the blessed, the
Yeah,
mad scientist, and the general.
that
Yeah,
would be pretty
the
cool.
little I've heard, that does sound like tons of cool plot hooks you could do.
The blessed is going to be OP.
There's not really a downside with the Blessed, is there? Except with very few things. Even then,
Except
those
for
few
like if you
things aren't
commit
really going to be.
well, if you commit a
Yeah,
sin, you commit a sin, you could lose favor with the Lord and stuff like that.
I mean,
That's
true, but like,
true.
how often is that really going to happen?
Well, you
But
could
Unless
still, if
your
you stay
character
your
makes.
way, stay in your path, stay on the way of righteous
Yeah,
justice.
I mean, you could be like
yeah.
a reformed criminal that became like a preacher and stuff
Yeah,
like
it's not like
that.
you lose it permanently. You can get it back.
Like you could,
Well, yeah.
like maybe if you're like a reformed criminal that became a preacher, maybe you're kind of still trying. I don't know. Maybe you're like a very rowdy criminal, and
Yeah.
That is
you're
true.
trying to come out of that. Like you're transitioning out of that, but like you still have struggles. Like you still get angry and you still want to fight people and you still want to shoot people and stuff like that you don't like and stuff like that.
That
Yeah,
is
but
true.
your abilities are such a blowout. Like a smite, my
Yeah.
entire smite the entire team is like, whoa.
I smite thee. Yeah.
Yeah.
I smite thee until you are nothing.
It's literally just a boom. And
That's the definition of press X to win.
well, they also have like, even if they can't win, it's like, well, pause. Let's get out of here. So it's
Yeah,
like you're just given way too much power. Yes, it's a one-time thing on each end, but like
that is
if you
true.
could, if you're in a team fight and you say that stuff, and you guys were in a losing position, now you're winning. That's like a huge freaking deal.
Yeah.
That is true, especially if you have a
And get
general
out of
on
our
your
show.
in your team, and he can just call in the cavalry.
Yeah, or like use holy light on like on vampires and stuff such.
Yeah,
Well,
And then once again,
there's
the
not really
blessed
any
well,
are not.
downside to blesseds.
that concludes the tier list. We've been streaming for
All
about
right,
an
I like
hour.
this tier list.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've been streaming for about an
yeah,
hour.
it's really good.
I bet you there's some guy out there who's like gonna one day look at this tier list and be like, "What the fuck is this list? It sucks dick."
Oh, I don't fucking care. I don't care, dude.
Well, no, I know, but it's just because we have no knowledge of like the entirety and the
Well,
full
well, yeah.
detail of how they function.
Right.
That's why I tried to
And
fill
it
in as
always
much as I
matters.
could. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
so we could actually be wrong and be like, "The blessed freaking suck. They're actually awful. You can do one thing a turn, can." Well, oh,
Right.
there's just not really a
yeah.
downside to the
Like,
blesseds.
mm,
Nor
I
do the
mean,
witch. So you only have
one
the
thing
one counter. That's
about
the
like,
blessed.
True,
yeah,
but even then, like the witch really can't do much against the blessed
Yeah, I
unless she
don't
wants
Depends
to
see.
how much
smite.
can.
Yeah, I don't see a. I don't really see a witch beating a blessed because the blessed has too much like protection. You know,
Yeah,
and let's be
blessed
So
honest.
literally has the favor of God.
Let's be honest. What witch is gonna
I
beat
think we,
God?
I think we learned something today, boys.
Yeah,
Christianity always wins.
it always.
Hell yeah, brother.
I can get behind
This is a
that.
surprise. We're actually doing a church talk right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I'd be
Remember,
willing
kids, if
to.
you go to church every day, you shall be able to smite people with God's help.
I'd be.
Yeah, literally,
Eventually.
fully weapon your weapons.
I'd be down to
Yeah,
do this again next week. I know there's actually expansions for Deadlands itself. So you have tip, the regular Deadlands, and then you have Deadlands Noir, which is like ni- 1940s or 1930s, 1940s, and then they have Hell on Earth, where
Oh
like
yeah,
every
tuxedo with the fedora hat thing going on.
yeah, and then they have Hell on Earth, where it's like the Reckoners are like they had reached full power to the point where like even nukes didn't do anything to them, and humanity
Yeah.
just panicked and were like, "Hey, we need to do this." And so it's very like Fallout, post-apocalyptic, even like
yeah.
Mad Max.
Right.
Wait, Deadlands Noir. You said that takes place in the 30s and 40s,
Yeah,
right?
50s. I think it
Does that
starts in
mean
the 20s and then it expands into the 50s.
does that mean there's a certain Austrian painter became the leader of a certain country?
Probably, yeah. There's probably
Oh, that'd be
Capone.
funny.
There's probably Al Capone and Machine Gun Kelly and all the noir criminals that you've heard about.
And that could be an interesting
Um,
list to do.
Yeah, because there's a lot of
what was their names again? I can't remember. Two, a
uh,
male and a female criminals in the very.
say it again. Your voice cut out.
What were those two people that were like? Oh, Bonnie and Clyde. That's what I was thinking of.
Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah. There's probably a Bonnie and Clyde, and there's yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I'm down to do this again next week.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, same
absolutely. I'm
here.
down too.
Maybe
I'm
I'll
all
actually
open.
make it next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, you're
Uh,
good. You kind of came in towards the end, but it's
Yeah,
all right. You can you'll be able to rewatch the stream and all that, and it's gonna I'll
that
leave
is
it
yeah.
true.
I'll leave it on YouTube. I'll probably cut out the very beginning where I didn't say anything for like 15 minutes. Just
Smart.
But
That
yeah.
was mostly just me answering the questions.
yeah, and then G Drum came in, and then Brit came in. All right, well,
Um, Mario has been here the entire time.
yeah, he's just been listening.
Yeah,
He had to
All
go
right.
on. He had to go on deck
Hasta
for
la
me.
vista.